Hey guys, so in this video we're going to have a look at the perimeter of a circle. So when we're talking perimeter, we are talking about the distance around the outside. So perimeter basically is just another word for distance around outside, or it's the total length of the edges. So it's just this this orange line here is what we're looking to find out. So in a circle we have a special word for this, and we call it the circumference, and that says circumference even if you don't believe me, but we call this length, or the distance around the circle, the perimeter, we call it the circumference in a circle. And that basically says if we started here and we walked all the way around this circle and we just kept walking, and then we got back to where we started, how far would we have walked if we were on this orange line? So this has been a topic of much mathematical debate over many thousands of years. So since the Egyptians were around, they've been trying to calculate the perimeter of circles. So what we're doing is we're just going to borrow from some maths which has already been done, and we know that the perimeter of a circle, so we know that the perimeter, which I'll denote as P, or circumference, which is the mathematical term we use, is equal to 2 times pi times by the radius. So some mathematical notation is, firstly, the center of a circle. If we take the center, so this should be in the exact center, and we draw a straight line to any edge anywhere around the circle, so here, so anywhere, these lines will all be of the same length because it's from the center to the edge, and this line is called the radius. So this is the radius, and we denote the radius as r. So the r is the radius. Also, if we draw a line which goes from the edges of both edges of the circle through the center, so this purple line, imagine it goes through the center, we call this the diameter, and we'll denote it as d. So d is equal to the diameter of a circle. So what you can see is that if we have the diameter is from one edge to the other side of the circle and it goes through the middle, and the radius is from the middle to the other edge, then the diameter is just going to be 2 times that of the radius. So we can say that the diameter is equal to 2 times by the radius. So just 2 of the radius. So when we're working out this circumference of this circle, or C, what we need to know is we need to know our radius, and we also need to know this other thing called pi. So pi is a constant, and it's been worked out over time, and it is 3.14. There's no need to know where that came from. Just know that pi is equal to 3.14. So if we're wanting to work out the circumference of a circle, and say our circle here in the middle has a radius equal to 1 meter, we know that the circumference is just this formula, and if our radius is equal to 1 meter and pi is equal to 3.14, then in order to work out the circumference, all we need to do is say the circumference, or the perimeter of this circle, is equal to 2 multiplied by pi multiplied by the radius, which is equal to 1 meter. So we know that 2 times pi, so we can say 2 times 3.14 because pi is 3.14. Then we multiply it by 1 meter. So because the radius is equal to 1, it's not going to have any effect. So 2 times 3.14 times by 1 is just equal to 2 times 3.14. So it's going to be 6.28, and then we need to remember our units. It's going to be meters. So the circumference of a circle with radius equal to 1 meter is 6.28 meters. And basically what this 6.28 meters measures is that if we started here and we walked all the way around, we would have ended up walking a total distance of 6.28 meters. So that is the perimeter of a circle, which we call the circumference. I hope it's useful. I'll be putting out some more videos showing you guys how to use that in examples. Thanks.